somehow deciding that we were going to do this.
Oh, sure, right now?
Yeah. I should.
I wish I had the memories of my past life back.
You wish you had the memories of your old life back. Ooh, I love it. I don't know what the plot's going to be. This is a very impromptu thing, but I love this. I should be keeping notes.
Like, despite my content with being an engineer, I've always felt like something was missing. And then once I found out about magic, it clicked. But why?
And what's your wish?
I wish I had the memories of my past life back.
I love it. And then,
my wish is going to be the, I wish that everyone I killed was alive again.
we're going to be coming back to that. I have questions now.
Oh no.
I'm going at I killed a bunch of people in a prank. And now I'm going to wish them back to life.
Oh no, you shut them out all in the vacuum. You told me.
No,
Open up the pod bay doors.
This is on a space station in orbit around Saturn, so you know.
I injected them into a escape pod and directly into the core of Saturn.
Yeah, maybe don't do pranks. I have a chat window open here, but I probably am never going to see it.
Over the element.
Element. I want to do lightning.
Like, one of the elements you can pick is sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar.
And again, that list is just to generate ideas. It can be like anything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have the power of luck to rake your dice rolls. But no, I'm gonna go with lightning.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
poke Orem one more time and make sure that he's not interested.
You're not interested in the magical girl's face.
Magical girls in space. Who doesn't love it? I'm streaming. I love that I'm streaming the image of. I'm streaming maptool, but I'm not even really looking at it. Well, I am now because I'm resizing it, figuring I should give the stream a pretty image while we talk, and then I'll go back to just having books open and notes covering the screen.
Will be a good element for a prankster.
So I'm going to pitch you something that may be coming out of left field, but it's kind of connected to what I heard from your wish. Guilt?
Guilt? The emotion of guilt?
Yeah. Or you can flip me off and say no, but hey, idea.
Good work.
Yeah.
But I was thinking,
One of their samples is the intense vacuum. And I know they mean like the vacuum of space, but my mind went to vacuums. I am the magical girl of Roombas. Yeah. And if you have no idea, you can always just roll on that table or pick something. But it's nice to have it be custom.
Okay, I look at magical weapons, but I'm like starting to wonder what's the difference between a spear and a polearm.
A spear is a spear. A polearm is, kind of longer, more like two-handed.
Eh.
Think the difference between like, Savage's spear and like a pikeman's polearm.
Okay.
But it could be anything you could imagine as a weapon. You're an engineer. It could be robots.
Robot.
It could be a wrench. You could throw your frickin'...
Oh, so it's an RPG, let's see, that has a wrench as the main weapon. Yes, I like that idea.
You can throw your screwdriver at people.
We'll smack them with a wrench.
I'm still trying to think of a good element that goes along with being a prankster.
Lightning wrench.
Lightning wrench.
Lightning wrench, and you're wishing that you can have the memories of your past lives back. Which means I'm going to have to try to figure out what's going on there. Because eventually you're going to get 13 Oblivion gems, right?
Maybe.
And get your wish.
I'm gonna have my character element be... Needles?
Your element is needles?
Needles. Yes, needles.
Like sewing needles or medical needles?
Huh. I was just looking at the table and I saw things, needles. Yeah, like sewing needles.
Ooh.
Like, you did like a prank, like you stick a needle in a cushion and they said... As for weapon... Just imagine having a rocket launcher that shoots a needle. Oh, you can also have grenades as a magical weapon.
Special power.
For weapon, I will go shotgun.
So wait, our prankster has a shotgun that shoots sewing needles?
Yeah.
Is like thread attached to them? Do you like cock your shotgun and fire and the needles come out with thread and they wrap people up?
Yeah. I was thinking of getting I don't know, making up my own power, but this one sounds really amazing. Shadow pluck. For each person's shadow, contains objects derived from the substance of their soul. Pull out all manner of amazing and impossible tools from a person's shadow. So, like, in Antonio's case, I pull tools out of his shadow.
I'm gonna just immediately jump on and say, if that's where you want to go, it's only going to be related to the soul of the shadow.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, we'll be like, what are you trying to get? Why? I'll have you bullshit me. I'll have you bullshit me.
Yeah, I'll go with Shadow Pluck.
Let's see. Right now I'm looking at. I'm trying to think of what Tsukaima I want to give you, because each of you has a different Tsukaima.
What is this, Tsukaima?
Tsukaima is like, you know, in Magical Girl anime, there's that little animal that gives the magical girl her power.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Tsukaima.
That thing that gets face blasted apart by guns.
Maybe.
Okay, think about magic powers. Magic powers. I do have this one idea.
So I figured out Mal's Tsukaima. Kazapoof.
Kazapoof?
Kazapoof. A little lazy ball of fluff with a gem in its forehead.
Yay!
What a forehead is for a little ball of fluff, I don't know, but it's like a little. It's like a ball of like pillow stuffing that with a gem in it, and it's lazy and it doesn't want to do any work. But it talks to you and it gives you power, and it has all sorts of little magical capabilities and powers that you don't know about.
It gives me the power to shotgun sewing needles.
Exactly.
What more can I ask for? What kind of outfit should my prankster girl who has a shotgun of sewing needles wear?
Magic power, magic power. Thinking a power similar to the Watcher from Pillars of Eternity.
You'll need to... I don't remember exactly. So...
you basically could, like, see and feel into other people's pasts.
Past life visions.
Past, like, visions.
So...
And it's not like you're simply seeing them, but you're reliving them.
So you're a girl who... Didn't you want, like, your own past? So you have you now have to see everyone else's past memory.
Yeah. Like, was that kind of power okay?
That is fine. And that lets me know what Tsukaima I want to give you. I haven't thought of a name yet. But it's a clockwork bird that is gluttonous for stories.
This power. This really oddly specific power.
Okay, what was the Tsukaima again?
That's the little companion animal magical girls have that give them powers.
What was mine about again?
Yours is a clockwork bird that is gluttonous for stories. So Kazapoof, which is Mal's characters, is a ball of floof with a gem in it that is super lazy and never wants to do anything. Yours is like a little clockwork bird, and it just wants you to tell it stories, all of the stories, everything you hear, everything you learn. I haven't thought of a name yet.
The Clockwork Boy gluttonous for stories.
I look at the people watching. I'm going to steal the names of one of them. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to call it Slow Cool. So I think that's just a good name for a clockwork bird.
Slokoo?
Slokoo.
Slokoo.
Yeah. So while you continue thinking about things like that, I'm going to start looking for token art for those things. Yeah, what was your next step? You...
Magical girl costume.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get our outfits.
What kind of outfit would I want?
I might actually go with a Red Riding outfit. Like a Red Riding outfit, a hood outfit, but different
I
color.
see, to fit your mischievous style.
With a shotgun.
Stand back, wolf!
The question is, what color do I want my Red Riding outfit, my Red Riding Hood outfit to be?
I take it you're not doing a red?
I might do red, I might do something else.
Well, whatever color you pick, let me know, because I think that'll be the color I put in your Tsukaima.
I'll go with pink. So a pink Riding Hood outfit, I guess.
Wonderful. I think this is going to come out perfectly.
With a shotgun.
This is kind of lame, but at the same time, absolutely adorable.
With the, my, Kazapoof?
Yep.
Or my...
Kazapoof. I may be building the token art while I'm observing. I may be building the token art in the map tool.
He's so dirty.
How about a ball gown that makes me resemble an android? Or cyborg?
A cybernetic ball gown.
Yeah.
Cyborg ball gown. I love it.
As for a motif or accessory.
As for costume color,
I guess this is just for the costume, but one of the things you can have, heterochromia. So only when you're in the costume, you can have two different eye colors.
Yeah. There we go. Kazapoof. Kazapoof is so derpy, but I love it.
Yes.
And doesn't it just
Yes, he is.
scream, hangs out with a prankster?
Yes. A little ball with a gem in it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a heterochromia.
So I haven't been keeping proper notes. So what's your costume here, Val?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a pink Red Riding Hood outfit. And then my little accessory slash motif with it is a heterochromia. Where one of my eyes is going to be red and the other's purple.
And then I heard you had the android ball gown going on,
Yes.
Antonio. Nice.
What would be a good motif for...
So I look like a Red Riding Hood, but in a pink outfit, with 2 different colored eyes and a...
And a shotgun. I don't know if I'll be able to find art that matches that. You may be required to draw character art.
But I can't art.
Well, I haven't drawn anything in a while.
Riding Hood. Shotgun.
I should probably find out whether or not... Oh, pop-up windows don't get displayed to the chat. Well, that's important. That's a thing to know. Does that get displayed to viewers? Yes, it does. Woohoo! So that at least gets displayed to viewers. Woo! So we have the Tsukaima prepared. And I'll make these PCs so if I end up having to copy them around, it won't matter. But this is definitely not a tactical game, so...
Yeah,
Okay, so what's our next thing on the agenda there?
After the motifs and stuff, it is the normal
Stats, right?
Yes.
I still haven't determined my motif or ornament.
I do like a DBC style scouter.
So, for attributes, you have 14 points to spread between the 3, and you can set them to anything between 2 and 7. You've got Charm, which is your ability to interact, bond with, and persuade others. Insight, which is your perception and ability to figure things out. And Tenacity, which is your willpower and ability to keep going despite adversity.
Those are the normal attributes. 14, divide them 2 to 7.
Yep.
That means you can't have 2 abilities with 7.
No, you cannot, because you have to have 1 at 2.
Yep. At most you can have is a 7, a 2, and a 5.
Yep. Or a 6 and a 6 and a 2.
Yeah.
Or a 5-4-5. I think that's the most balanced you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magical Girl Prankster has to decide what she is.
Okay, I think I figure out my outfit color would be... The main color would be pearl with black or gray trims.
Very elegant.
Just our 2 characters do not fit together.
I'm building my class a lot.
I'm gonna go, let's see, so it's Charm, Charm, Insight, Tenacity. Insight. Tenacity.
Antonio, I may have found potential character art for you.
Ooh.
I want your approval before I put it into maptool. People can see.
It's a persona.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm just listening to what you described, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't have a gown, but it pretty solidly fits the description. And it could serve until you art yourself.
Might have to art me too, Antonia. Might have to do a pink riding hood with a shotgun.
A shotgun and the power of sewing needles.
We will have to discuss commission price.
I don't have money.
But you can get some great exposure.
Yeah.
Pay that exposure forward to your landlord.
He doesn't take exposure.
Well, then eat him.
Eat him. It solves all problems.
Well, in my mind, I do have like a different image in my mind right now. Maybe I'll just draw later, but as a placeholder, do you think that could work for now?
Or do you have, if you have a different image, I mean, that's not the only thing.
I don't. Well, actually, let me check. I think I should have an image folder where I could look up.
Oh, if you have an image folder, then it's perfect.
I have decided my stats.
Yay! What are they?
6 charm, 4 insight, 4 tenacity.
Okay. So you're a pretty balanced sort of character.
Yeah, leaning towards the charm side.
And then you've got your magical attributes. Magic, Heart, and Fury. They're pretty much what it says on the tin.
Being angry, being emotional, magic.
Yep. You have 18 points to spread amongst those, and they can have any value from 3 to 9.
Gotcha.
And then there's going to be a second thing you have to make, choice you have to make related to that. But we'll come for that in a moment.
Oh dear, I forgot to organize this.
Alright, 6 heart, 4 fury, 8.
6. So 8 magic. 8 magic, 6 heart, 4 fury?
Yes.
Cool. So what I need you to do is I need you to assign to each of those one of the following: attack, defense, or support.
So I have to assign each one?
Yep.
Heart, defense, fury, support, magic attack.
So that's the stat you'll use in magical form when you're attacking, defending, or supporting. And that's also going to color potential fallout from use of your powers.
Gotcha. So my support is relatively low, and then my attack and my defense is medium.
So don't have a magical burst. Don't have an attack burst happen. That could be very bad in the space station.
Yeah, eradicating all life in the space station.
That's certainly an anime thing. Certainly an anime thing.
I'm falling behind on character creation, so can I get back to that on the image?
Yeah, go ahead. The image thing is something I mostly am doing to kill time while I wait for you guys to do that.
Okay, so where was I at? Oh yeah, attribute.
You look at what these talents even do. Where's the talents page?
So talents Well, first you need to choose your specialization.
Yes.
So the specializations are on page 17, along with the powers that you get for free for them.
For which was Hex.
Yeah. So knights are defense, priestesses are support, witches are attack.
Gotcha. I will probably be a witch.
It's not pink, but I found some pretty awesome art for the Little Red Riding Hood. Again, no clue where this came from. This is off of Pinterest with their shitty sources.
We're riding with a shotgun with a gun.
Oh, there's more than just that. Like, it's a whole, like, subgenre of art.
My Little Red Riding Hoods.
This one's a good one, too.
I'm sorry, how many points do I have to spend on the normal attributes and Magicka?
You have 14 for normal, 18 for magic.
You have a min-max.
And Orum's only reason for not showing up now is he's really, really pissed off about something, so...
Yes.
So, Orum may be willing to rejoin at some point in the future.
Orm got on Chim's nerves. His ways the basis.
Oh dear. What happened?
We're streaming, so be careful.
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of
never mind then.
It's not worth explaining right now.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
so
the takeaway is, when Orum chills out, Orum may want to join in.
Yeah. Be a magical girl.
This doesn't have a shotgun, but it's kind of cute. I like it. Of course, I'm posting these in Discord chat, and the people in the... oh, everyone's disconnected.
Everyone disconnected?
Yeah.
No, wait, I'm still here.
No, you're not.
No,
Mal is disconnected. Lizard Wizard is disconnected.
I'm still here though. It doesn't say anything about disconnected.
Disconnect and reconnect. It means that I lost my server connection. It's not a big deal. But yeah, anybody watching is gonna be like, but what's this about cute art? Because I'm not gonna violate anyone's copyright by sharing the art until I, have your approval to use it as the temporary until you get me something better.
I think the first one's a good temporary. Either that or the second one.
We'll take that first one, fresh from Pinterest.
What's here? What's it here? Oh yeah, this. 4, 6.
So we have a character art for you in magical form. Yay! Super high res. Totally not. But it works. Should we just use that persona art for you for now, Antonio?
I guess so.
That'll be fine. This is much higher resolution.
Let's see. Also, apparently, maptool is being weird for me.
Yeah, it's probably a connection thing.
Yeah. It went from 6 out of 7 to 8 out of 8 out of...
Oh, that's because I'm adding tokens, man.
Ah.
Don't worry about it.
No, right,
yeah, there's nothing going on maptool that you care about right now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta find out my talent. Where's the witch's magical talents?
Hex.
Yeah, I mean, like the other ones.
Okay, so those are magical talents. Everyone gets the basic ones: boost and recover.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get one of your choice out of the commons, which are on page 19 and the top of page 20. You get one of your choice out of your witch, which starts at the bottom of page 22. And then one out of either.
Okay, so I finally got my attributes down.
Yay, what are they? What are they?
Charm. Oh, should I post it in the...
I'd like to have them for my notes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we're in my... So how many basics do we get?
You get one basic, one class, and then one of either.
Okay. I think for my basic, I'm going to
I'm sorry?
I think for my basic, I'm going to take Inflict. After making a successful basic attack, apply bound, bleeding, or stunned status to the target of that attack.
Okay.
Magic specialization. What did you pick, Mel?
My magic specialization, I picked Witch.
Then I'll be Knight.
Okay. Do you want to switch your defense and attack stats, Antonio, considering that you're going to a defense-focused class?
No.
Yes, no, maybe so.
I said okay.
Okay, cool. So do you want to do that by raising Fury and dropping Magic, or by swapping Magic and Fury for which is which? I'm sorry?
No, I'm just trying to think. Can't I just swap what stat they were assigned to?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So I now have Fury for attack and Magic for defense.
Yes.
So that means both of you are really good at Magic.
So mine is for attack and his is for defense.
Yeah. In space!
Magic in space!
Now then, magical talents. You said we got two from the start. I can't remember what they were.
Boost and recover, which are on page 18, and then you also have your skills from Knight, which are Guardian and Reflector. Those are on page 17. Guardian, it's a free action. It takes one overcharge to your defense type. And if you're in the same position as an enemy and they attempt to move out of that position, you get to make a support versus support. And if you win, they can't move. And then Reflector. Once per round, if you successfully attack a target, you put a Reflector effect on yourself or an ally within a range of up to 2. And it lasts until the end of your next turn. And while it's active, anytime an enemy attacks you, attacks the bearer of the reflector, they ignore up to 3 points of damage, and the attacker takes them instead. So you just get those for being a knight.
Oh, I get both of those?
Yep.
I get Hex.
Yep, the witch only gets one. But that one is kind of strong.
And it's creative.
Oh, I should probably write down these distinct.
Yeah. Because while I'm keeping notes here, I'm also adding GM comments to these. Do.
I'm going to take, for my one witch one, I'm going to take Marionette.
What does that do?
It creates an illusionary copy of my within brain. Your attack may originate from the copy position instead of my own. If the copy is attacked, I make a defense challenge as usual, but if it takes any damage, it is destroyed.
And that overcharges your attack. Cool.
Yeah, give me one overcharge attack.
And again, your attack is magic. Don't overcharge that too much. We don't want no bursts.
Yeah, I think every single witch action recharges attack if it has an overcharge.
Yep, it's an attack thing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
For my second one, so I'm going to get either another basic witch.
Yep. And then Antonio has a basic, a knight, and then one or the other.
Wait, we're talking about magic talents, right?
Yep, magical girl talents.
Okay, so I should have right now is boost, recover, guardian, and reflector, right?
Guardian and reflector are not magical talents; they're class things.
Oh, classics.
Yep. So there's common magical talents on page 19. Knight magical talents are on page 20, and this top of 21. You pick one common, you pick one knight, and then you pick one from either.
Okay, thank you. Let's see.
Some of these are bad.
I think for the other one, I'm going to take bypass.
Okay. You like bypass, huh?
Yeah, bypass is cool.
You like teleporting.
Teleporting that can ignore magical barriers, difficult terrain, and I don't need to disengage.
So
I don't want to reduce my support.
I want to know your name, Mal. We have a lot about your character, your prankster character's magical girl. I need to know a little bit about your character, not magical girl. Their name and magical girl name. I think is where we're at now. And since we're in space, you can be of, like, any ethnicity you want.
Let's think of a name.
Thinking of a name. There we go. I love that this image I ripped to show the inside of the space station has a frickin' river. So you could have the you could have the anime moments at the riverside.
I'm like, for my first common ability, I'm like trying to decide either shield or teleport or.
Okay. What are you feeling? Heck, you can pick two of them and just only take one night power if you want.
That's what I did. I only took one night power.
Maybe I should look at the night and see what I want.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I think I want, for my nighttime, I think I want desperate.
Desperation. I had a feeling you'd like desperation.
I always like abilities like that.
You like Robo-Darkness.
Darkness? Wait. Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah, Konosuba reference.
Still need to watch that.
You haven't watched Konosuba?
I only watched the first episode and then I kind of got this sidetrack.
You need to watch Konosuba. Anyone watching this needs to watch Konosuba. If they haven't watched Konosuba, they need to stop watching this stream or the VOD or whatever and watch Konosuba. That's part of your homework assignment, Antonio.
I have homework now?
You have homework now. Professor Kit has given you homework. Watch Konosuba. And write a 3-page report about why everyone is terrible. Because they are all terrible.
Like terrible characters or terrible people?
Terrible people.
Because I feel like a lot of our characters that we make are terrible people.
A lot of the best characters are terrible people. But yeah, no, that's why Konosuba works as an isekai when so many isekai are just crap. Because the protagonist is a self-centered asshole, and his quote-unquote harem, because every isekai gets a little harem, are all just the worst. But they're all so great. They're all so great.
I still haven't figured out what I want for a commentary.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's fine. We heard you. The entire internet heard your mom yelling at you.
Yeah, okay. I have also came up with a name.
Ooh, what's your name?
I think I wanted power, actually.
Ooh.
Amelia Rain.
Amelia Rain?
Oh, that Amelia.
And what's your magical girl name? What's your magical girl name?
That I have not come up with. It would be something rain. I might just take ideas from the instant magical girl name generator thing.
I'm trying to think of potential art for your character outside of magical girl form. I just entered sci-fi girl and I got some not the sort of sci-fi I want.
Like alien?
Very cyberpunk.
I think I'll just take a second ability.
OMG. That is a great Serial Experiments Lane pick. I'm going to share it even though I don't think it's what you want. But if it is what you want, I'm okay with it.
I think I'll get...
Except for Antonio's?
I'll draw Antonio's attention to Serial Experiments Lane because it kind of fits. But I'm mostly sharing it because I love Serial Experiments Lane and that's just some great art.
Huh. But yeah, I'm taking my second night ability for evasion.
So you've got boost, recover, desperation, evasion, and what's your other one?
I got empower for my common talent.
Nice.
I have inflict, marionette, and
Inflict, marionette, and bypass. Good old Amelia Rain.
Good old Amelia Rain.
My revised search query to try to find just generic girls for Amelia Rain gave me Yandere-chan.
Oh no! Wait, which one?
That one.
Oh, yeah, of course, that one.
The one from Rendering Simulator.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, that Yandere-chan, we have a girl that also goes by Yandere-chan, and we have the other one that's more or less the queen of all Yandere-chan.
Yuno Gasai?
Yeah.
My kids found my copy of Future Diary over the weekend and started watching it.
Oh no.
To quote Ray, Yuno is really cool but really fucked up.
It's a good evaluation of her.
And Han goes, Yuki's a whiny brat.
That's also a good evaluation.
And then they got into a discussion about who their favorite people were. And they both agreed on, I think it was seven, the police officer. Four is the police officer.
Yes, 4.
Which, of course, as a devoted fan of the 12th.
Who was 12 again? Was it the Sentai?
Crazy.
The Sentai, The Sentai.
Transformation gloves.
Yeah, I give that to I say that, and my daughter just turns to me and goes, "Dad, his transformation was just putting on a costume."
And choking himself.
Like, shush, he was awesome. So you're a prankster girl.
Yep.
I gotta think of a name.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, think of the friend of Amelia Rain.
Oh, I mean, you guys don't have to be friends IRL. You could just be magical girlfriends.
Be sisters.
Magical girlfriends.
Magical girlfriends.
Give me a description of Amelia Rain, not magical girl.
Kinda at the moment.
Is she like a normal looking person, like a punk person? Like a street tough? Does she preen to make herself look all innocent and then launch pranks where no one expects them?
Yes. She's a cinnamon roll. But the INN one instead of the C.
S-I-N?
The SINN cinnamon, like sin, roll, is a character that looks really innocent, but is actually...
No, I know what a cinnamon roll is, and I also know what a cinnamon roll is, and I know what a cinnamon is. Name, I gotta think of a name.
And it has given me a Danganronpa character here. I don't know if that's...
a Danganronpa character.
The character doesn't make sense, but the image I like. Shall we pull that off for Amelia Rain?
Sure.
That's the only downside for Magical Burst. Which, for anyone watching this in the future, that's what we're making characters for, is Magical Burst, which is awesome and kind of bad. But also awesome.
That's hilarious right now.
And we're going to do it in space.
In space.
Because,
with my shotgun.
Yeah.
Do they actually have, like, rules for, like, ranged attack?
Yes. So, since you're at that point, I may as well open that up to you, and you can see how very freeform this all is. In the rule book, the rules for combat and such are on page... Well, all the rules really start on page 36. Then the battles start on page 42. And you have your basic attack, which has melee and ranged attacks. You can take cover, you can disengage, you can move. And kind of like D&D, there's the major, minor, free action situation. There's battlefield maps are weird. I don't like how they are as written, so I always try and play with them. It's the same. I don't know. Antonio, were you playing with us way back in the day when we did Necronica?
What's a Necronica?
Anime robot girls in the post-apocalyptic gore fest?
Nope. I have no memory of that.
Okay. It's effectively the same combat system, and it's kind of shitty. Where everything's just in bands, and you approach and back away. So, I'll probably have a similar sort of thing, but, like, make it slightly more tactical. Try to merge it with kind of a D&D type thing and be like, so instead of like 5-foot squares, I'll be like, here's the corridor, and I'm gonna like, here's the bands, and then attacks just happen within the band. So it's very freeform. Farewell, Orbital 2100. We're not playing you.
I also like the defense. You can make a passive defense, which is the result of defense plus 4 without rolling.
Yep.
So you can just be like, fuck you. Getting hurt.
And then if it starts hurting, you can be like, well, I'm going to active defense and hope I do better.
Yeah. So that's the downside of a range attack, is it cannot hit a opponent that's in the same position as you are.
Yep.
Yeah, here's my name along with family name and along with a nickname.
Olivia Brown. Livia.
So is that your magical girl name, Livia?
No, that's just my human name.
Okay.
That's her nickname.
Livia is the nickname.
Do you want to use that lane art, or do you want me to pull something different?
What art?
It's on the Discord.
Oh, that art. I had something else in mind.
I know you have
So,
something else.
rather appearance-wise.
You're thinking engineer, right?
Yeah. Preferably with glasses.
Let's see if I can make this work. If I click that, I end up with... I don't think any of those really fit what you're looking... That one might. That one might even more. So here's a couple that have popped up that might fit what you're thinking of for our non-magical girl, Olivia.
Girl's frontline arc here.
Actually, I like that. Okay, cool.
If you know where any of these are from, please let me know.
The first one is a character from Girls Frontline. She's, also fittingly, she's technically an android. What was her name? Her name is basically named after her.
Here's another one that's kind of on the verge of what you were talking about, but adjacent enough I'll share it to you.
Yeah. I think I like the first.
And then I also... That's a guy. That's a bird. That's porn.
It's a bird! It's a guy! It's all...
The internet, man.
Where you can find guy bird porn.
And then this one is a little more fantasy, but could also work.
Yeah, I like the first one with the gray hair.
Okay. We're going to go with this girl's frontline thing.
It's a mobile game.
That explains why I've never heard of it. Yay. We have token art. You can draw you will eventually draw them and become better. Oh, I never actually put that art there. That's not great.
Oh yeah, magical girl name. I need to still figure that one.
Same here.
Yes, we need magical girl names, and then we need to start talking relationships.
Like, oh my god. Talk relationship.
So, like, yeah, because relationships are important. Relationships are what keep you from being consumed by your magical power and turning into a monster.
Yes.
Map. New map. Background. White. Legit white, please. Thank you.
Actually, I have no idea what the...
So we have Olivia Brown and good old...
I mean, you're right.
Amelia Rain.
You don't like my idea. I'm like, I'm just grasping at straws. It just comes out of junk.
What are you grasping at straws about?
I'm trying to figure out. The two keywords I have is mech and oracle.
Do you want to just be the mechanical oracle?
Yes, I like that. That works. Thank you, Kit.
Mechanical Oracle Brown.
Nope, we don't need to use that last name thing.
Or is his first name?
Don't need to
Or
use
just-
the name at all. Just the mechanical oracle. I'm gonna revise how I'm doing this here.
Actually, I think I found a new, but while I was looking at names, I'm gonna change mine.
I'm sorry?
When I was looking up names, I was also looking just character art. Can I use this for my non-trans or my normal one?
Paste it, let me see.
Sending it now.
Sure. That's a little...
I want something like I want something just like a basic, like... If you can find anything better.
That's fine. That's fine. There's no problem with it. I just need to make all of the changes, which takes a moment.
Here, one better. Sorry.
I'm beginning to prep the relationships map, so.
There's the better one.
Please don't change the art again, I just finished it.
I will not change it again.
You changed it again.
Oh, fuck.
Give me a moment to do it again. I agree though, this one is better. It's not as fetishistic.
Yeah.
The cat girl one kind of made me go, that's a little fat pappy.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So, relationships map. Back to working on that.
Relationships map.
Yes. This is going to be an important screen. Defining relationships and ranks and levels.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
So, I'm actually going to bring you to the view here because this is kind of an important part of character creation. That's not what I wanted to have happen at all. It's all going terribly. No. Is anyone there?
Oh, I'm on the map, yeah.
Okay. So.
Rank 1!
Yeah, so that will be something in a moment.
Oh!
I'm drawing a few more arrows off of each of you. And we'll keep track of relationships over the course of the game on this screen, and I'm sure it'll become absurdly overcomplicated.
Yay!
Because, you know, it's anime and magical girls and shit. So, you'll notice I've drawn, for each of you, 4 little arrows coming off of your character. In addition to the, you are your magical girl, and there's a rank 1 connection between the magical girls.
Yes.
That's because you have to be connected to 4 NPCs. And it says I'm supposed to pick them, but I kind of want to open that up to you a little bit. You know, who are you connected with? And let you kind of throw ideas out for yourselves, for each other. We just want to get 4 people around each of you. Like, outside of magical girl form. And we never decided crises.
Oh yeah, that.
Crisis is
I think crises it'll do well to randomize. And
Okay.
for me to randomize and not tell you, so we can have that
Oh,
come out
no.
at the beginning of the game.
I mean, it'll be a nice surprise, but oh no.
So you're going to randomize our crises, and then we're not going to know what they are.
You won't know what they are, and you'll learn them over the course of the first session.
Gotcha.
So, let me get a dice roller open here.
Also,
And I'm going to just need 46
It will be my magical girl name. Arcane Slinger Rain.
Okay, I'll look at it in a moment. I have a bunch of stuff up. So, for each of you, Crisis 1. Oh my. You'll find out.
Someone's got a short stick.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So, immediately, we're going to, I think, need school involved. Do you two want to be going to the same school?
Yeah,
Sure.
no, okay.
Do you want to be in the same class?
How about you?
Sure.
So there's a teacher. Both of you are relationship to the teacher. Yay.
Teacher?
I'm sorry?
Teacher or like what kind of teacher?
Teacher. This is going to be sci-fi space thing, so it's kind of be like one teacher for everything for your grade because there's not enough people.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, you know, you're not going to have super huge class sizes. There's not many kids on the station. Maybe that'll change as we play, but I think we'll just have the teacher as a generic startup here. If you want to have another specific teacher connected to your character, let me know. Okay, are you thinking a shop teacher or a music teacher or something like that? They're all options. So, yeah. What was your... So, Arcane Slinger Rain.
Yep.
No one's going to make the connection. No one.
No one's gonna make the connection.
Never.
I mean, just look at Sailor Moon. Her face doesn't change at all. No one understands.
So that's one thing I liked about Cute Honey, Cute Love Earth Defense Force. I think what it was with the boy anime magical girl thing. Was they explained that by saying that they just like got censor bars over their face from the points of view of everyone that wasn't like the audience.
Wait, was it that one? Did I watch that one with my brother?
Cutie High Earth's Defense Club, something like that.
Maybe.
With with all the like kind of shitty boys, and they're like, "Love on," and they have like
Maybe.
the wombat that gives them their powers.
Yes,
and
yes, it was that one. I
Yeah.
can tell because you mentioned the wombat.
Yeah, and the zombie homeroom teacher.
Okay, I don't remember that part.
Like episode 1, the wombat accidentally killed their teacher and just like mind controlled it.
Huh.
We're like, oh no, he's fine. He's gonna be fine. They're like, he's beginning to decay. Uh-oh.
Huh.
I cannot remember.
I'm sorry, it's been a while and I never really paid attention to it
I love
that
it.
much.
But yeah. So with that, I think we're definitely down at the point of just needing your relationships.
Yes.
So, do you want to have... Oh, I have one. I have an idea for Ms. Rain.
Yep.
Perhaps, like, you, out of guilt or something, help out some old lady whose family was killed in your prank?
Sure.
I'm sure I'll remember what that means. I'm sure I'll remember what that means later.
Yeah, old Frank lady. Great name.
Olivia. I don't have anyone in particular that's coming to mind for you.
What about an AI you made?
I don't know if you made it or not, but bam, I'm giving you a relationship to the station AI.
The station's AI.
You'll get to determine what their relationship is and how strong it is, but you have a relationship with that AI, gosh darn it.
Station AI. Oh no, I'm remembering a story all over again.
Let's see. Do either of you have parents?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Are you from loving nuclear families?
I would hope so. Please, no parenting this time around, kid.
Mom and dad.
Mom and dad, mom and mom, dad and dad.
For Amelia, just dad.
Mom dead?
Mom dead, yeah.
In prank?
Maybe mom died from the prank.
Rip.
Mom. Dad. Mom died in prank.
Okay.
Maybe I should replay Analog a Hate Story.
So we have a free relationship for everyone. Why don't you guys give each other a relationship?
Okay.
To play with.
That would make things interesting.
How about the lead engineer? Where? Antonia.
Okay.
Okay. I was just going to suggest your friends with, like, you're a student who is secretly a furry and likes to think of himself as a wolf.
It's another student who's a furry. For the Red Riding Hood motif?
Yes.
Wolf.
Okay. So, relationships can have a rank from 1 to 3. You guys now get to do a little bit of fun here. So, for all of you, we're going to just go back and forth. You pick one of these relationships, and you define it if it hasn't been defined. You increase the rank if you want to, up to 3. Or you create a new relationship with someone. So everything here starts at rank 1. Because you have relationships here. They can go up to rank 3. You can define them how you want. So, like, you have this relationship with the teacher. You could hate the teacher. You could have a secret schoolgirl crush on the teacher. It's all up to you. So, when it's your turn, you can increase a rank, and define a relationship. And if they're not defined at the end, we'll go back and we'll define them. You can create a new relationship with one of the existing people, or you can create a new person if you feel like you need a new person. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So we're going to do this 7 times.
7 times, okay.
Because there's a total of 12 ranks that you get to start with. And you already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ranks, each of you. So we'll go through this loop 7 times, improving ranks, defining relationships. Which actually means I need to...
Magical 1 count too?
Yes, that does count. And I need to make 2 different ranks on this, because you guys can have different ranks on how much you value your relationship.
So, like, Antonio's character. Oh, his relationship.
Yeah, so, like, if you wanted to, you could say, I have a secret crush on Antonio's character. I'm going to put that at rank 3. And Antonio could be like, it's rank 1. I find them annoying. And that defines the relationship between your characters. So it's easier to break that relationship from Antonio's point of view than yours. So let's start with you, Mal, because we're talking about it.
So I get to either raise a rank, add a new one, or add a new person entirely.
Yep.
I am going to raise the rank between me and Antonio.
You're going to raise that rank, and you have to define now kind of what this relationship is.
Childhood friends.
Oh, so you're going to create a rank between your character and Antonio's character outside of Magical Girl.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And like the other one, this is going to need 2, because you can value this differently. So, at least from Amelia Rain's point of view, Olivia Brown is a childhood friend. Olivia Brown.
Well, first things first, I want to add a rank to my relationship with my parent.
Okay. What is that relationship with your parents?
I think it would be, I love my parents and I love me, but sometimes I feel like I don't know them that much very well.
Curious admiration?
Yes.
There we go. The description of the relationship doesn't really have an effect mechanically, but it's nice to kind of get that sense of what's going on here, right?
Right.
Okay, so we go back to Amelia.
The secret furry friend, I'm going to define it as I find him annoying.
Okay, but you're going to keep that at rank 1?
Yes.
Okay, so I still need you to increase something by 1.
I'm going to increase the rank of Prank Lady.
Okay. And what's the relationship here, from your perspective?
Just me taking care of her while she's wheelchair ridden from the prank.
Some angst over here. Yay. Olivia.
Increase rank with the lead engineer. Relationship would be defined as mentor figure. Like, he taught me basically what I know. And then apprenticeship.
That's an even better word. So you're actually apprenticed to the lead engineer of the station. Nice. Okay. Amelia.
I'm going to increase the rank between Amelia and Olivia to 2.
So you really like Olivia.
Yes.
Olivia doesn't give a shit right now. Olivia.
Oh dear. So it's gonna be like Miraculous Ladybug.
Who knows? If you want, you can up that relationship between your magical girls and make it a love circle.
It's mine. Yeah.
Okay, so we spent 2 points.
Yep. So this is point 3 of 7.
Okay, so I'll increase my rank with Amelia by 1. And put down annoying childhood friend.
Because I'm the prankster. Blowing up your invention.
Yay!
Yeah, we don't hate each other.
That goes back to Amelia.
Let's see. So the ranking between are we gonna start off as a team? Our magical girls?
You will start off with a relationship. Whether or not you're a team or rivals, or what that relationship is, you guys get to decide.
What do you think, Antonia?
I don't know. I think I'll stay that for when we actually get to the game.
I'm going to increase the rank with the old lady again.
Okay. That's max rank with her.
Yep.
Do you want to define another relationship?
Define another relationship?
Yeah, or like never mind. Olivia.
I'll increase engineer to rank 3 and define my relationship with Station A.
What's the relationship with the Station AI?
A minor crush.
You have a crush on the AI.
I like it. You have a crush on an AI.
Yeah.
No way that'll end badly.
Not at all.
Amelia.
I'm going to increase Wolf Boy to rank 2.
Okay. Olivia. There's still that shared relationship with the teacher. There's no definition on the relationship between the magical girl forms. There's 2 more ranks that need to get handed out.
Yeah.
3 for you, 2 for...
Yeah.
I think I'll have I think I have a relationship with... Not relationship, that's... Yeah. I think I'm going to rank it to a new character.
Okay. Who's this new character?
I haven't thought of a name, but I would like to think that they are an art student.
Art student. Ooh. What's your relationship with them? What's the nature of this relationship?
That was a good one.
Are you besties?
Besties!
I don't want to put it that way, but I guess we are friends. Good friends. Do mutual understanding of our respective crafts.
Besties? No!
Okay, so we've got 2 to go for everybody.
I want to make a new relationship.
A new relationship.
The head of the police, who has to deal with all my apparently.
Head of station security. There we go. I think that's a good description.
Always in trouble.
Always in. I'm keeping that that typo there. Go back to Olivia.
I don't like my teacher. He's a boring snob. So that's a defining, but not an actual point. I think I'll have... No, if I do that, I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, yeah, never mind. I guess I'll have an older brother.
Okay. Oni-chan.
I saw that coming, but I'm still not amused.
I am.
I'm pretty sure I didn't spell Oni-chan right anyway. Okay.
Give me his turn for me to figure out the exact name.
Go ahead. We can flesh that all out. Amelia.
I'm going to also define my relationship with the teacher. I hate them for them all constantly stopping my pranks. And as for my ranking, I'm going to increase with the head of security.
Ooh, so you have so you're always in trouble, but it's an important relationship for you.
Yeah. He's trying to set me on, the not destructive path.
I think I know what art we want for the teacher. If I can find it. Perfect. That's exactly what I want. It's not a hymn. It's too important to be a hymn. Behold. I realized both of you disliked her, and I immediately thought of that jerk teacher.
Where are they from?
I don't know. I just have that image on my hard drive, and I'm like, yes, she is exactly what I want. The file name is Taiko Miyauchi Anime Info Box. So I'm sure we could find out who she was if we cared to.
If we cared.
Which we don't. So let's see. So that was there. We need one from Olivia, yes?
Yes.
Olivia's last rank.
1,
let's see.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, you have one more. Olivia has 2 more.
Okay. I think this will also be another new relationship.
So many relationships here.
Sorry. Another girl in the same grade, but not in the same class. But she works at the library. She assists a lot in the library.
So there's only really 1 class per grade. This is not enough students.
Okay, so maybe. Yep. You below?
Library girl.
Labor.
What's the relationship with the library girl?
I think she's a hopeless romantic, but it makes me bring out more protective instincts.
Hopeless romantic, precious protect.
Okay. Olivia is super soft. Olivia's like lesbian romance slut. Oops. Let's move older brother because it looks like it's connected to minor crush on, and that's disturbing. No. Okay.
Minor crush on the computer.
Last one.
It's kind of pathetic.
Last one for Amelia.
I am going to increase the rank with our...
With who?
With his magical girl.
Okay, you're gonna increase the rank with the magical girl. Ooh.
Yes.
You gonna define it?
What's good defining? Let's go to rivals. Friendly rivalry.
After all, there's only so many of these Oblivion gems to go around, and you need 13 to get your wish. Right?
Yeah.
Last one there. Should have luck.
Okay, so okay, for our magical relationship, I want to define it as unwanted help.
Unwanted help.
Like, I hate to admit it, but like I kind of need her for this stuff. But yeah, I don't like her.
There's still one rank to put in somewhere.
Yeah, I'll put it with an older brother, and I'll put it as a bit jealous that he's ahead of me successfully. And it's like kind of drives me to try to be as successful or more successful.
I like that. I have both of my normal and magical girl as a rank 2 with both his magical girl and his normal respectively. But he only has a rank 1 with both.
So the only thing that I think we need defined is your relationship with your dad.
It's a very rocky.
Cool. So we have the popular girl and the emo life sucks girl.
Who has a better relationship with the her in jail, or who puts her, like, who contains her than her dad.
I kind of like the absurdity of this web.
Yes.
It will only get worse if my experience with Magical Burst has anything to say of it.
I would assume that as the game goes on, it would either, like, connect our already existing ones, like I might develop her brother.
Yeah, like the game goes on, maybe you'll start dating her big brother. Maybe you'll develop a rivalry with the station. Maybe you'll murder the station AI in a prank and everything will just go tits up.
More pranks. More.
No.
I mean, the framework of this is going to be a very standard sort of magical girl, monster of the week type thing. But, your choices will have consequences, and I will latch onto them and make it into everything terrible in space, because you know me, I do that.
Terrible things.
Terrible things, oh no! That would be as painful as another pain chain.
We'll see. And of course, Aurum may join in, Chim may join in, more people may join in.
And then this web is going to get even more tangled.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's going to be a relationship between us and Chim's character, and then their character.
It's just going to get more and more. And that's part of the reason why I decided to split out the rankings on your relationships with each other so that you could define your perceived relationship with the other characters. Because that means as Aurum's character gets introduced, Aurum's character and Aurum's magical girl have no relationship with you right at the start of the game. Off in this own little universe. And then when they get introduced, we'll build that automatic rank 1 relationship. You lose... So relationships can be damaged by your actions. So if, in my point of view, you do something to irreparably damage your relationship, I'll say your relationship has reduced by a rank. If you do something that makes your relationship stronger, I reserve the right to say it has improved. Relationships cannot exceed 3. As you go on in the game, you'll get powers that will let you sacrifice relationships to get power. Or will give you power based on the strength of your relationships.
Oh yeah, there's a few abilities that did that.
Like Fight for Friends.
Yep.
And Hate the World.
If you ever have no relationships in your non-magical girl form, you're going to be in trouble. I do... So, if you have no relationships at all, bam, you become the thing you're defending the world from.
Oh god. We should think of monster forms, artists. Can already have something in mind.
Yeah. But, so... If you're down to only relationships in magical girl form, and you burst, I don't consider your magical girl relationships to count if you burst.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
So those relationships are important. Don't let them die.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, quite literally. You hate this teacher, but this teacher is giving you a relationship. If this teacher dies, that relationship's gone.
So now, like in a relationship, and you lose all your relationships, your own actions, but they could just die, and you lose that relationship.
Yeah. If a monster...
Yeah, think of the monster of the week as attacking your family.
Yeah.
Oh, my dad!
Yeah, if the monster of the week finds out about furry friend Wolf Boy...
Furry friend Wolf Boy.
Who could end up becoming Aurum, maybe. Maybe that's Aurum. And then we put Aurum's magical girl there. It's a magical boy this time. We put the wolf form there. That's entirely an option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something happens to the head of station security and he ends up getting shipped out somehow. That could be a problem for your relationship. I probably won't do anything like that just to be a jerk, but if you're like having a super easy time of it, I might start having stuff like that happen that's beyond your control, because then you have to deal with it. Maybe the head of station security gets transferred by higher ups because he's been promoted and now he's on his way to Mars or something. Do you build a relationship with the new...
Perhaps a power shortage happens and then the AI gets a factory reboot.
Yeah. So that gives you the, do you build a relationship with the new one? Do you try to find some way to preserve it? Like when you find out he's going, or you're like, here's my email address, email me, and then you email him and you start out like some thing, and it's kind of creepy because he's like in his 50s and you're a teenage girl.
Yeah.
And you have regular calls, and he's like a surrogate dad on Mars.
Yeah.
You know, if you come up with something like that, it could stay. If you don't do anything, then that relationship could just vanish.
I imagine one, like, if Orm's character does not being secret furry wolf boy, secret furry friend wolf boy, becomes not secret furry friend wolf boy, and I get creeped out, and I lose 2 ranks. Ew, get away from me.
There's all sorts of things. So this web gives your characters motivations. It gives me things that I can poke your buttons at story-wise.
Oh no!
We've all seen magical girl anime at some point. We know, the plot has to start poking at these eventually.
Does Soul Eater not count as magical girl anime?
Huh?
Does Soul Eater not count as magical girl anime?
Soul Eater's pretty much a magical girl anime.
Yeah, I watched both. Soul Eater and Soul Eater not.
I need to catch up on Sinful Gear.
But yeah. And then in addition to this, I have spent some time, outlining initial crises for each of you. And the secret. Because there's a reason why these creatures are giving you magical powers. You don't know what it is. Maybe it will matter, maybe it won't matter. Maybe they're just here for goodness, maybe they have ulterior motives. You'll notice that the only relationship you have with your Tsukaima is enables.
Yes.
So
that relationship can never be broken, but it also doesn't give you any mechanical benefits.
remembering that one scene in the Netflix adaptation of Death Note, where I don't remember if his name is Light or not, but he finds a sketch somewhere that warns him about Ryuk, saying that he is not your pet, he is not your friend.
Yeah. Well, Slow Cool is probably going to be open and honest about that to you, Olivia. He's probably going to be like, I'm not your pet, I'm not your friend. I am here, I'm granting you a wish. If you bring me these gems, I grant you a wish. In the meantime, I expect you to tell me stories. Share with me the gossip. Tell me the tales you learn.
And I'm carrying around a lazy puffball.
Yeah, lazy puffball's like, you transform? Do we have to? Fine. I'm proud of the puffball art.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to look up a lot of stories just to keep my Tsukima? Was it?
You're Tsukaima. You're Tsukaima.
Tsukaima.
And of
I'm
course,
gonna have to look up a lot of stories, aren't I?
or you can just tell them the stories of the day. The relationships you have.
Oh my god, Amelia totally blew up this phone today.
The past lives you see around the station. Because don't forget, you have that whole past life visions power you picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what motivated me to make him a glutton for your stories.
Yeah.
Because he's the source of your power.
Now I'm wondering something.
What?
Does my Kazapoof have a shadow?
A shadow?
Yeah. Does he cast a shadow?
No.
Can I pluck things from him?
No, he doesn't cast a shadow.
Oh, I can't pluck things from his soul.
He never cast a shadow. Neither is Slow Cool. Or any Tsukaima. But that's an interesting observation. And that's actually a decision I'd already made. And there's a reason. Whether or not it's plot important, I don't know yet. But I did make that decision.
I can't wait for this to blow up in my face, but at the same time I do not want it to blow up in my face. But then again, I'm not always like that when I'm watching a show. Like, when you know something bad's gonna happen, and I just, like, cannot tolerate that feeling.
But it's also the best feeling in the world. So what I love about this, so one of the things I love about GMing is that feeling is always there. I have kind of rough outline of a story in my head, and I'm going to present the challenges to you, and I expect it to go a certain way, and it never does. So there's always that sort of dread of what the hell are the players going to do to my precious story this time.
Oh no, we're going to break it.
And what are the consequences of that? And for this, where there's not really a plan, I have kind of a very rough idea in my head. Whenever you break it, I'm just going to have to roll with it, and it's going to go.
Yeah. So, also thinking about it, yeah, what you said was true. My hexes.
I'm sorry?
What you said earlier was true. My hex.
What about your hex?
You keep cutting up when you're about to say hex.
That I only get one ability, which is hex, but it's really strong.
Yeah. Essentially,
it's 1 point of damage every turn.
Yeah. And it does not count as an attack. And you can start stacking it over and over again.
Yeah.
So our witch friend can just like
Gun.
Can just like put a curse on someone and watch them wither to death.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's not very nice.
It's not very nice, but it's a good weapon.
I look forward to trying to figure out how this all explodes in on Angel Station.
Maybe Angel Station's going to explode.
I'm sorry?
Maybe Angel Station's just going to explode.
That would certainly wreak havoc on your relationships.
No, that's Sandy to just explode.
We shall see how the ending is. I am proud, though. I'm glad that I pulled out the space station in orbit around Saturn. That's just the perfect twist.
It does sound like a lovely setting, but we're technically on a space station. A lovely one at that, but like it's still a space station.
Mm-hmm. But it means that we get to have all the wonderful things like I've already decided, in magical girl form, you don't have to breathe. You're not going to take damage from vacuum. So you guys can totally end up having to like fight monsters in space or stuff like that.
Oh dear.
With my gun.
And your sewing needles.
Yeah. That's what I like. That's why. That's actually why I picked the what is it? The inflict little talent, because it can apply bound and bleeding. So I imagine like I bound them with a string from my sewing needles, make them bleed by impaling the needle.
That's graphic.
I mean, some of them are graphic. Some magical girl animes are pretty crap.
Yep. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to introduce the first Yoma, but I think next week when we get going, we'll encounter the crises and tragedies that I've already prepared and lay everything in.
Is a scene like a battle?
A fight is a scene, but scenes are not restricted to fights.
Gotcha. So, like, for instance, I can use my bypass twice per...
Yeah. But like if you're doing like an infiltration of like some sort of secret base outside of combat, that infiltration will be a scene. So like you could use your bypass to flip by the security door and then flip into the sealed room beyond. But now how are you going to get out?
You can use it twice.
Yeah.
Only twice.
So combats can be scenes. Sometimes multiple combats may be a single scene. Like in that infiltration situation.
Yeah.
There may be more than one combat involved in that scene, which sort of wears down your resources.
At least my marionette has no...
And then an episode is generally a session. But when I start an episode, I'm going to have kind of like a end point for the episode.
Okay.
And when you hit or make it irrelevant... So, I mean, an episode will probably be one per session. I'm going to try to make it that way, but... depending on how things go, multiple sessions per episode, maybe multiple episodes per session. Probably not the latter.
Have episodes dedicated to recap.
No filler.
Yeah, that's one thing that we probably won't have as much recap or filler episodes.
But a beach episode!
Well, we might have a beach episode, but it won't be a filler beach episode.
The marionette is actually going to be really fun.
Yeah.
Because I can attack from its position instead of my own.
Yep. But it's important to remember, this is not Pathfinder. And you all may note that you have 18 resolve, right?
Yes. 18 resolve?
Yep. That's your hit point.
Resolve is like
But it's not like hit points, it's your will to keep fighting.
Yeah.
And I like how when I hit half of that, I start doing more damage.
Yep.
And I know that if we don't have any resolve, turn into magical girl form. Magical girl form. And then if we take more damage when we're not magical, take damage instead of resolve damage.
Yep.
And then also the transformation is instant. Always react to enemies by transforming. If we don't have resolve, we cannot.
Alright, so is that it for now?
That is it, I do believe.
Alright, I got dinner waiting, so I gotta go soon.
You have a wonderful dinner. Have a wonderful evening. And I will save this. And see y'all next time.
So yeah.
Peace.